we believe that this is the perfect time for us to really focus on building our wealthy habits. So again, this event is made possible by CCG Philippines, a leadership search and development organization. And tonight's event is entitled Bouncing Forward, Opportunities in the New Normal. And this is a very exciting topic where you can learn more about our business project. So just a few reminders, everyone, for our meeting to be more engaging and more interactive. Again, everyone will be on mute mode for sound quality purposes. And we encourage everyone, if possible, to please turn on your camera so that we can see you and, of course, for better engagement. And we will also have a breakout session later after our main event. So please ask the friend who invited you for the breakout room number so you can indicate it in your name so that we can automatically assign you after the main session. And of course, we encourage you to use the chat box. Feel free to put in your name, your location, your occupation, and of course, we're gonna say hi to you in just a short while. And you can also type your insights about this event as we go along our program for tonight. So I'm gonna give a shout out first to the early birds for tonight. So first off, I'd like to say good evening to Alex Dandasan. He's an engineer from Taguig. We also have Doc Rico Santos. Wow, a physician from Marikina. We also have Justin Chu, supervisor from Parañaque and Pasay. Welcome. And I'd also like to welcome Kring, a digital content manager from Makati. And wow, we have a guest all the way from Japan. So good evening, Avon. I think I pronounced it right. I hope I pronounced it right. And of course, good evening also from Gail Tagupa from Cagayan de Oro City. Wow. And of course, we'd also like to welcome Ken Tapdasan, a senior accountant from Mandaue City, Cebu. Maayong gabi sa tanan. Ayan. So of course, just keep your comments coming in our chat box. I'm gonna introduce now our speaker for tonight. I'm sure you're gonna learn a lot from her. So by background, she used to work in television and she used to own chains of food outlets in the malls. But today, she is a sought-after speaker here in the Philippines, Asia, and in the US. And she is the co-founder of our learning community, CCG Philippines. So I suggest that you all take down notes, whether by phone or through your notebook, because I'm sure you're gonna learn a lot tonight from our guest speaker. So please help me welcome with a clap reaction, or if your camera is on, please give a warm round of applause to our speaker for tonight, Miss Olivia Fernandez Bernabe. Hi, Miss Olivia. Good evening.
Thank you so much, Jam, and good evening to everybody, especially those who are here for the very first time. I'm Olive, and like what Jem said, I used to be employed, and I know that some of you are. How's the career coming along in this new normal? Well, question mark. And I used to work for television, and I always wanted to own my own business, which is why my late husband and I got into the food business, opening up a chain of fast food outlets in the major malls of Metro Manila many, many years ago, long ago. But we closed down our last store in 2010. And I'm glad I'm out of that business because, friends, no food court is open today. Well, I don't know about now, but in the past 8 months, as far as I know, this business, the food business, has been greatly disrupted. Am I right? As long as along with many other industries, travel, maybe shopping, whatever, restaurants, of course, that's the food industry. All kinds of industries have been disrupted. Movies, spas, on and on and on. And in 1996, I decided to look for a second option or a backup plan. Friends, you know what? I was thinking about financial insurance. We have car insurance, we have life insurance, we have home insurance, but do we have financial insurance? Meaning, what if something happens to your income stream? Is there something that will replace it? Do you have a plan B, a plan C, a plan D? Experts say we have to have 7 different income streams today. And that has become so real because of the pandemic that we're all experiencing. And in 1997, I saw a business model by accident. I didn't understand it. I didn't believe it. It looked too good to be true. But I did something right. I researched it properly. And tonight is a search. The person who invited you to this webinar actually thought highly of you. We're searching for people who are looking for us. We're looking for key people that we can develop as our partners as we expand this industry. Now, what you'll see is the tip of an iceberg. Our industry is more than 60 years old. It's in 110 markets all over the world. And it has never closed in any market. It has been in a total evolution for 60 plus years. And of course, I can't talk about that in the limited time that I have. So I'll try to make it simple and I'll try to make it compact and quick. But do give a listen because it's going to be pure information tonight. And the person who invited you thought that you could possibly be a candidate for this program. But let's see, we don't know if you want to work with us. We can't promise we can work with you. As I said, this is information only. I'd like to start off with a quote from one of my favorite book authors, the #1 leadership guru on the planet, John Maxwell. He said, change is inevitable, but growth is optional. You see, we're in the midst of massive change today. Just in the US, we've seen a major change in their government. Change is everywhere. It happens all the time. But are we going to use this time to grow, to learn new things, to step out of our comfort zone, to create more possibilities? Well, that is optional. We're going to talk about two kinds of money. Okay, there's anyway money that you use and spend anyway. It's stuff that you buy every week. We use stuff like this every day. It's money that flows out of your bank account, of your pockets every day. And everybody spends anyway money. It's inevitable also. There's another kind of money. It's called asset money. I would like to describe it as leftover money. Money that you save. Maybe you buy rental property to create some ongoing passive income. Maybe you invest it in a bank. Maybe you invest it in a new business venture that would probably cost you millions. Depends on the project. But asset money is not readily available for everyone, especially today when income streams have been very much affected by what's going on in the world. We all know about this. So let's take a look at these two incomes, okay? Or these two kinds of money. Very rare is the asset money, but everybody's got anyway money. Normally, if we're talking about a traditional business, you would need asset money to start a business, right? Well, our whole business is founded on something that's so permanent. It's called anyway money. We don't need more capitalization. We don't need your investment. Let's take a look at that. That is where your anyway money goes. Every time money goes out of your pocket, dear friends, you know what happens? It transfers to the pocket of somebody else. And it's usually the billionaire owners of the big institutions that you see. I don't have to name them, but you know, we go to a supermarket all the time. Now, in the old business model, which is represented by the supermarket, it's a distribution old model. You have a manufacturer that, let's say, produces a bottle of water, and you have to drink water, right? So it's essential. And that passes on to a wholesaler who adds about 30%, and a wholesaler passes this on to a retailer who adds again about 30%. And we are consumers. We buy from the retail establishment. Am I right? Okay, you can go chat and put your comments in the chat box. But when you pay 10 pesos for a bottle of mineral water, it's actually just worth 4. You paid 60% to the wholesalers and retailers who didn't do anything to improve the water. They were just the middlemen that created the distribution. So why can't we as customers just go straight to the manufacturer? Well, that's normally not feasible. You know why? Volume dictates price. The wholesalers buy by the truckloads. So obviously they buy low. We buy by the piece and we pay high. That was the old business model. You cannot go straight to the manufacturer because it's not the way that business runs. But in 1959, our business model started as an experiment. An association was developed in the US to replace the wholesalers and retailers and enabled members of the association, just like myself, to buy directly from a manufacturer, saving about what? 30% with free delivery, money back guarantee, quality, of course. We can't have a 100-day money back guarantee in the Philippines without quality. Even if you used it, you can still return it. And everything's got points. At the same time, our association also caters to people who are not members of the community. But see, we are consumers and producers at the same time. Why? Because as money goes out of our pocket to buy basic essentials that we need, money comes back into our pocket. And so we make money from our own expenses. That's a new kind of thinking. That's a very novel way of shopping. Would you agree? So I'm going to go a little bit deeper into how our business model works. Let me ask you a few questions, okay? Maybe 3 questions. The first question is, have you ever shopped online? I'm sure pretty much everybody has. Number 2, do you own a rewards card? Like if you fly with PAL or if you go to National Bookstore, di ba may points yun? Or we usually speak in English because we have foreign guests, but I'll try to speak in English. Sometimes I would speak in Taglish, okay, just to make it more relatable to all of you who are Filipinos. Anyway, SM has a rewards card. A lot of companies have reward cards. So do you own one? Most probably, yes. And number 3 question is, have you ever referred something to somebody? Have you ever shared an idea? I'm sure you've done that on Facebook. I'm sure you've referred friends to a nice restaurant or to a sale or to a store or to a movie, because we're like that. We're very close-knit as Filipinos, and we just keep on talking and sharing with each other. So let's take a look at how those questions apply in this business model. There are 3 ways to earn as a prosumer, a producer and a consumer at the same time. One way is to switch, and you, as I said, you enjoy discounts and volume bonuses, and you switch. Instead of shopping on the right side of the street in your favorite supermarket, you shop on the left, and you use the power of the internet, shopping online. And I know that this has really become a big thing today. Everyone's trying to do everything online, from shopping to meeting to family reunions to birthday parties to banking, and everything is done online now. And we can switch. Instead of going out to a mall, we can shop online. The second part is to share. And I said we do that. There are people who are not members of our association, and they actually are interested in shopping as well, but they don't want to be members of our association. And the third is to duplicate, refer others, not just for shopping, but for shopping plus for generating an income stream, as I'm going to show you. In our business model, just like in your favorite rewards card model, some amount of pesos creates a point. In our business model, 1 point is 50 pesos. The more the points, the bigger the volume rebates in cash. Not discounts, not gifts, but cash. Pambayad ng cellphone, pambayad ng tuition fees, you can buy a home, you can buy a car with the peso volume bonuses. Actually, unlimited potential for creating bonuses. Okay? Well, the first step is to reach 10,000 points. That's just the first step. And the more you buy, the more the points add up. And at the end of the month, all the points are totaled and you get a rebate back. And in the next month, it's back to zero. So points do not accumulate every month. Why? Because we're talking about basic necessities, stuff that people use every day and they buy every week or every month. So the goal, if this were a game, is to get to 21%. So how is that? Well, it's switch, share, and duplicate. In fact, every time you switch and every time you share, you generate points, right? But when you duplicate and people refer people who refer people and refer people, that goes on forever. And you get credit for all the volume that is created forever. And the average income in this country, the latest figures we have of somebody at 21% every month is almost 1 million pesos a year. It's 909,938 pesos a year. It's not really a lot of money. It could be a second income. It could be a first income. It could bring home a mom who's maybe stressed out working the office. Maybe it could bring home somebody who's working abroad. Somebody could be a full-time dad. I don't know. But it is a start. Because from 0 to 21%, depending on how fast you learn and how fast you apply what you learn in terms of action, 21% would be 6 to 12 months. And if you're learning slowly, then maybe longer than that. It really depends, but it's about a year. Now, how does that happen? Let's look at it more closely. This is you, and you switch. Instead of buying on the right side of the street, you buy on the left and you generate points. And now you share. There are people who are just interested in buying, just like those people who go to SNR. They're just interested in buying, okay? They're not interested in any business. But there are also people who will duplicate you, and they are interested not just in buying, but in developing an income and learning how to create an asset kind of income from business, or a business asset. Okay? And so this goes on and on forever. In fact, the income that you develop in this business model can be willed to the next generation and on and on. Okay? In fact, my business partner is my son because, again, it is a generational business and it's going to move on. Even when I'm not on the planet anymore, this business can be a legacy. Remember, I've been involved for 24 years now. So this is not starting. We're not experimenting. We're not trying. We know exactly how to develop a business asset. So we call this the right of survivorship. Willable income willable business. Now, what industry are we involved in? Well, health and wellness, fitness and energy, that is very big today, especially of the pandemic. Skincare and beauty, anti-aging, whitening, basic consumables, soap, shampoo, toothpaste, home essentials, things that you find at home to clean your home, to disinfect your home, especially now. We're also in agriculture, and we're also in a lot of others. But anyway, enjoy this short video to introduce my corporate partner, one of three. Wow, I am just so proud to be affiliated with the Amway Corporation. This is a multi-billion-dollar industrial infrastructure. It's shocking to think that they don't do business with SM or Ayala or Landmark or Robinsons or any billionaire company that operates in our country or in other countries for that matter. We're in 110 markets and territories all over the world. It is a shocker, don't you think? The Amway company, the Amway Corporation, with its huge industrial infrastructure, will do business only with me, an independent business owner, and potentially with you. And therefore, we can take advantage and tap into the phenomenal infrastructure that Amway has: inventory, product research and development, scientists, warehousing, LBC, ships, deliveries, airplanes, legal, and all of that. That's Amway. That's not something that I worry about. Not like in traditional business when I owned the food business, to the last paper clip, that was my problem. I had to buy it. So the exclusive brands are what fuels our business today. In the US, that's a different market, but certainly you can develop a business in the US too, and in the big markets of the world, Australia, and in Europe and South America, in many Southeast Asian countries, China, and you can earn in the currency of those countries. The major drivers all over the world are Nutrilite, which is the #1 vitamin food supplement in the world. It is the only company that grows, harvests, and concentrates plant from its 100% certified organic farms. Artistry is skincare. It's anti-aging and also whitening, NIU. Now, Artistry is the same quality as Clinique and Lancome, but it's about 1/3 to half the price. G&H That's again glycerin and honey. That's soap and Satnic shampoo, Glister for oral products, and excess energy drink. That's our energy drink, like having a cup of coffee, like having a Red Bull maybe, but not unhealthy. Very, very healthy. eSpring is our water filter system, and on and on and on. And these are some of the pictures. I am a 100% user of these products. Okay, let me show you the best sellers. Double X is what we use. It's complete. It's got 20 plus different plant concentrates. Okay, I just got a little confused. In the US, it's a little more. In the Philippines, it's a little. And these come from 100% certified organic farms. And you can see the difference between the suggested retail price when you're not a member and the member price. A big difference, huh? Again, everybody needs omega-3 for heart, for eyes, for cells, for joints. It's like our body needs this, and we don't eat enough of the fish. And this comes from the North Atlantic salmon with the less mercury in the sea. And of course, excess energy drink. This is so yummy. I mean, you just love it. There are two flavors, cranberry and citrus, and more and more and more. But tonight is not about product. Let me show you another reward. I talked about the income, but what I didn't talk about is that at 21%, you begin to qualify for all expense paid international trips for two. Even if you have only 5 pesos in your wallet, you go to the trip and you come home with 5 pesos because everything is literally paid for. And you only have to get to the airport and you have to get from the airport back home. That's all you need to worry about. And of course, you need to pack your bags. And these trips have been so phenomenal. We've been traveling since 1997, once a year, twice a year, and sometimes even more. And you know what? We would have gone to Hawaii. That was a trip this year that was postponed. But we're excited about that because the trips are getting like pushed together when all this pandemic is over and international travel is back to normal, and it will get back to normal. But let me show you what's coming up next year. We're looking forward to this. Enjoy this like yes, we're excited. And guess what? Anybody can qualify if you get to 21%. Now, that's why we teach people how to develop this business. It's not just money, it's also the memories that come along with travel. And I'm sure, everyone's saying, many people believe that the memories and the travel is more exciting than the money. Okay? Because the money you can always lose and make, but the memories will last forever. So we're moving on. You have two choices. You can just tell your friend who invited you, I just like to start as a shopper, and that's 300 pesos as an exclusive shopper, similar to perhaps your membership in SNR, which is a membership club, just like this is a membership shopping club, if you want it to be that. And you can enjoy the discounts, the free delivery, and the 100-day money back guarantee. And you can use that 300 for shopping. because it's going to give you a shopping coupon worth 300. Or you could tell your friend, you know what? I'd like to be a business owner, but I want to go fast, I want to go slow. It depends on you. But this 1,000 is the same. You can actually you will be given a coupon and you can use it for shopping. So it's also like literally free. And the difference is you don't just get the discounts and the free delivery, but you also get now the points and you can generate retail income. But more exciting is that you can learn how to build a large consumer organization and develop volume bonuses. So it's your choice. These are two options for you. The second partner, because I said Amway is just one of three, is very, very critical. And by no means is this less. Education is so important. If you're going to be a doctor, you go to medical school. If you're going to be a lawyer, you go to law school. If you want to be 21% or above, which we call emerald and diamond, I'm not going to confuse you with all these terms. You need to go to N21 or Network 21 education system. Now, Network 21, my dear friends, will impact your success. It will save you years of making mistakes. And the blessing is what you learn from this community of leaders is something you can apply in your own life. You can apply the principles of success and leadership, of goal setting, of time management, of grit. You can apply that to your own life as a mother, as an owner of another business or an employee. All areas of your life get affected by the influence and the education that Network 21 provides. For me, this was the difference maker. I'm not a good person. I don't like recruiting people. I'm not the friendly person type. I'm not good at sales, but I was good at being a student. And I am today still a student of Network 21, because in our business, the more you learn, the more you can earn. As I said, there are no limits. I'd like to promote coming up. This is so critically important for those of you who want to understand. November 21, Network 21 live stream. It's called N21 Mobile Connect, featuring local leaders. They're called Emeralds, Rene and Lisa Muñez. Rene is an engineer, Lisa is a doctor. And then from Singapore, also Emeralds, Yanjiang and Lue, okay? They're professionals, and they're going to be teaching and speaking about how to build this business, talking about strategies and techniques that they've learned. But I'm really super excited about Sean Henderson, who has developed a massive business all over the world, and he's originally from South Africa. I can't get enough of these events because they really challenge you to grow yourself, to expand your mind, and to think so differently from, because the size of your thinking is the size of your income. Do you believe that? And if you are in an environment that grows your thinking, your income will grow. So I'd like to show you a video of Network 21, our learning environment. Very important. I can't explain it well, so the best way is to show you a short video.
this is a meeting where you're meant to check us out from the inside and see if this is something you want to pursue. And I hope you'll find what we have found, that the longer you hang out around this thing and the more time you spend investigating, the more impressed you're going to get.
And I don't know what you want to do. That's what you have to decide. But I will say you can do it in this business. And the incredible blessings will just overwhelm you.
Well, you know, me being around this environment with Network 21 for the past 24 years, I've been to a lot of such events and in many parts of the world, not just in the Philippines. And I'm totally bulletproof. I mean, I've just seen so much. And many of us have also seen so much. And we're not saying this is for you, but we're asking you to go check it out properly from the inside through the experience of Filipinos who have made a lot of money and have qualified for so many international trips. Okay? The third partner, of course, is our company. It's called CCGPH. It is a locally registered corporation, and it is partnered with CCG in the US. Same values, same business. And what we do, CCGPH, is a company that provides a more of a one-on-one personal partnering with an individual, with you, coaching you one-on-one, providing the teamwork, because together, team is TEAM, together everybody achieves more. I mean, there's a saying, you know, when you work with a team, anything is possible. I would rather benefit from the work of 100 people putting in 1% each rather than 100% of my own effort, right? So that makes better sense, don't you think? And CCG will literally, with the person who invited you tonight, working with a team of very committed partners who have been around this industry for a number of years, they will literally hold you by the hand and teach you step by step. Now, why would we do that? Why would we spend our time and effort trying to coach you? Because the Amway business pays us based on how successful you become. The growth starts with the new people. Even if I've been around 24 years, the growth starts with you. And we have a vested interest in your success. So as I close, I'd like to talk about the next steps. Get your Amway membership. I mean, you know, whether you're just an Amway shopper or an Amway business owner, and I suggest be a business owner. It's both literally free because you've got the coupons and you can use it for shopping. You can shop for your vitamins, shampoo, toothpaste. But don't forget to register to the N21 mobile app, which is free trial for 30 days, because the mobile app has this treasure chest, this collection of a lot of audio talks And I tell you, this was my experience. Listen to 10 of these audios and your mind will expand to a new dimension. It will not go back to its original size. So start to listen to these audios. Fill your mind with information that's empowering so that you can build a business that can give you perhaps more security, more options, more travel, or a legacy for your children. Number 3, schedule a starting point or a follow-up session with the person who invited you. Okay, you might be 3 or 4 people in the follow-up, but write down all your questions and then ask it, because we're not opening tonight. We're not opening up a Q&A tonight. And so those are the next steps. And then another next step is tomorrow night, we are going to teach you more in detail what you need to do to build a 21% business and beyond. It's called the new business owner orientation. Now, of course, we want you to be registered as a business owner, but if you're going just to research and you don't have a license yet, and you're very new, that's okay. It's tomorrow at 8 and you can do a screenshot of that. So I'd like just to end by, talking to you about something we're all familiar with, and it's called an iceberg. When you look at an iceberg, you see only 10%. 90% of the iceberg is under the water. It's submerged and you don't see it. What you saw tonight, dear friends, is the tip of the iceberg. As I said, this is a huge industry. I can't describe it in the limited time, but think about what happened to the Titanic. They ignored it. They didn't think about the 90%, and we all know the story. By going to the orientation and the N21 Connect on November 21 and listening to audios, you will be discovering more and more of what is not obvious, of what is submerged. And then you can create and make an intelligent evaluation of whether or not this is an option for you in this new normal, where everything practically is best done at home. And in 2 to 5 years, you can project a future with more security. You're not afraid if something happens to your income, with a more positive outlook of your future, more excited about what the future can hold, because nothing is stopping us from growing this business. We're virtually 100% online. And so I hope to see you in the events that will follow after today, because we have CCG events almost every 8 p.m. We call it the 8 p.m. Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Habit. So it's like a learning course, just like school, and it's all optional for you. But right now, I'd like you to meet some successful people that are part of the CCG community and are leaders. So back to Jem. Thank you, Jem.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Olive. I'm sure everyone would agree that that is a great presentation. We really learned a lot. And of course, it really opened our eyes to the possibilities with this business project of ours, together with the Amway and Network 21 system, and of course, the CCG environment. So before I call on the leaders who will give their impact statements for tonight, may I remind also all of our guests to please put their numbers after their name for the breakout session, so that we can assign you to the correct breakout room after this segment, okay? So please get back to the person for the breakout room number to be included after your name. So right now, I'm sure you are wondering, who are the successful people leading in this business? Who are the leaders? Well, we're very fortunate enough because they are here and they're gonna give some insights regarding why they are building this business. So first up, please help me welcome one of our leaders all the way from Cebu, Mr. Ayan Nadella. Good evening, Ayan.
Hi, Jam. Good evening. Mayong gabi sa tanan. I'm Ayan Nadella from Cebu City. Thank you for that very generous introduction, Jam. any success that I have, I owe to Olive and to all the leaders we have in our association. And I would like to thank Olive first for that very comprehensive talk. I learned a lot and I relearned a lot of things also. And well, I'd like to say something, especially for those who are here for the first time. I've been attending our webinars for the past many years, and there's always something new that I learn every time I attend. And I remember the first time when I was still new, it took me a while for me to appreciate the benefits that we have in the association. It took one of our mentors, Ariel Driz, to really get it into my mind na why not just take it one step at a time. So I remember it clearly where we were here in Cebu. He was counseling me and he advised me nga, just take it one step at a time and you will be amazed at the benefits that you will get. And I'd suggest also for those who are here for the first time, not to trust the person who invited you. Because my suggestion is study it for yourself. Anyway, the membership is practically free. And then you get a lot of information. We have our webinars regularly every week. You can get a lot of information directly and indirectly from about our association. So I suggest just keep coming back to our webinars and get some more information, whether it's audios or videos or books about the wonderful program that we have. So that's all for me. Thank you very much, Jam.
Thank you so much, Ayan. And of course, I agree to what you said. Our guests really need to research from the inside out so they can get more information regarding our project. Next up, one of our great leaders all the way from Alabang. Please help me welcome Mr. Ariel Dries. Good evening, Sir Ariel.
Hi, good evening, Jem. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ariel Dries. I'm doing this business with my wife, Ambek. We saw this many years ago, I saw this December 1996, officially started 1997, April, and that was, magto 24 years na. At that time, we were among the youngest managers of a company called Motorola. Kung naalala yung Motorola. It was a great big company then, and life was good. We were what you call DINKs, DINKS, double income, no kids. But however, when the boss of my boss one day retired, I asked myself, ano kung mangyayari pag ako'y nag-retire, and I asked myself, wouldn't it be nice to retire in your 40s, not in your 60s? And soon enough, after asking those questions, dumating yung business. Well, I heard it also from Olive. It was in a home meeting. I was at the back. I was even late for the meeting. But I can relate to the fact that sabi niya, you can actually leave this behind after doing the business, for a while. So if I set it up properly, I can create what you call, tawag pa namin yung residual income. And I got intrigued. And the rest is history. For the first 2 years, parang walang nangyayari. We were doing it, trying it out, parang, we kind of figured it out. On the third year, we were able to figure it out. And we went 21% yung sinasabi ni Olive. And we were able to replace my wife's salary. And she was a manager in Motorola. Well, iba na pangalan at that time. And she retired ever since year 2000. And ever since that time, she doesn't have to work for a boss. She wakes up when she's done sleeping. And she's now my boss. And the great thing about it is she's free. I don't know what you want. With an extra 75,000 pesos a month, will it change your life a little bit? How about an extra 4.4 million or 6.6 million? How about some extra trips? Because of this business, we were able to travel in many places around the world for free. I don't, if mga millennials dyan, if you like traveling, try this business out so you don't have to, you can keep your hard-earned money, buy assets for yourself so you can travel for free, courtesy of the corporation. We've been to many, many places around the world and we're not yet done. I'm excited after this pandemic, patong-patong yung trips. May Hawaii. I think we're also going to Cambodia. Hopefully, God willing, sa Japan. And we're all excited. Here's my suggestion. Number one, just give 1% of your trust to the person who invited you to that. Number two, listen to some audio materials, watch some videos that they will send you. Number three, you know what? Get a ticket, live stream ticket. It's only $400 to our November 21 function. It will advance your thinking about 2-3 months of you trying to dilly-dally with this thing. And guess what? This business has no borders. You can build. We're right now building here in the Philippines. We're building in North America. We're starting to build in Australia and Europe, and all the comforts of our home. Okay, and I suggest you check us out properly. Maraming salamat po. Back to you, Jen.
Thank you so much, Sir Ariel. So we definitely agree that travel is good. And of course, we want to wake up when we're done sleeping, and of course, to really research us from the inside out, especially on our November 21 event. Right now, I'd like to introduce our next sharer. He is the co-founder of CCG Philippines and the son of our speaker, Ms. Olivia Fernandez Bernabe. Please help me welcome our leader, Mr. Ryan Fernandez. Good evening, Ryan.
Hey, Jem. Good evening and magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. I'm so happy to be with you on a, rainy Monday night. My name is Ryan, and like what Jem said, I'm actually the other partner of CCG PH. You heard from my mom a while ago. She was actually the one, together with my dad, who built this from the ground up more than 23 years ago. So everything that I've learned and many of us have learned, we learned from them. And in turn, they learned from the experts. So we're not really special. We're not skillful. We're not some kind of, unique kind of geniuses here. We're just good students. And I welcome you. And I applaud your decision to join us tonight. By background, I used to work in the US for a number of years. Then I went back to the Philippines. I was a self-employed photographer, commercial photographer for about a decade. And my clients were mostly magazines. And today you don't have magazines. They've mostly gone away because of technology, because the companies behind them have decided it's no longer needed. And if that were the only thing I was relying on, then I wouldn't have income today. Some years ago, my mom decided to show me this business. I knew there was money in it. I knew that people were succeeding. But here was my question. I was wondering if this could work for me. And maybe you're also wondering the same thing. You saw some videos, you saw some facts, you saw a bit about product. Yeah. But could this work for you, given whatever you're going through right now? Your situation in life, your education, your career path, how many kids you have, maybe you're single, maybe you're young, maybe you're not so young. I was worried that by background, I'm a shy guy. I don't have like a wide circle of influence. I'm not a salesperson by background, still am not. And these were things that I thought you needed to have to become successful in this. And I have a feeling that some of you feel the same way as well. But here's the thing, ito nalaman ko guys, no? I met the successful people in this industry. Nakilala ko sila. I asked about them. I interviewed some of them. I got to know them and who they are personally. And what I found out was that they're just regular people. They're just normal people like you and I. Some are professionals, some are not. You have doctors, educators, bankers, you have managers, but you also have rank and file employees. In the province, you actually have farmers and public school teachers. So this is really, it's not, what I found out, it's not about skill. It's not about how good you are with controlling others or influencing them. What I found out is that it's all about how it starts with how we think. And today that's never been more important, because with what's happening, we are 9 months into our lockdown. It's so easy for us to have a mindset of pessimism, of giving up, of cynicism. But I challenge you right now to maybe think a bit about this, maybe open your horizons and ask some questions. We love people with a spirit of curiosity. And mamaya during the breakout room, pakibalikan nyo lang yung friend who invited you, ask some questions. Basically, if you want to share what some of your goals are, maybe you want to retire early, maybe you want to afford something, a house, a condo, a car. Maybe you want to pay off debt. Maybe you want to bring home a loved one who has been working abroad for a long time and it's time to have the family together again. We could actually share with you how that could happen with our vehicle, which is the Amway Business combined with Network 21. When you have that kind of partnership, guys, you don't have to be the expert. If you're busy, wonderful. Join the club. We are all very busy with our lives. This can actually show you how you can build this even if you're busy, even if you're very good with your career, even if you're juggling a dozen things. There is a way, there is a plan, but only if you're willing to ask and find out. So that's what you can do with your friend. And ultimately, if you really want to do your research, November 21 is the best opportunity because you get to see what I saw well, not many years ago, but some years ago, in a crowd of thousands of people in a convention in the US. You don't have to fly, you don't have to pay thousands of pesos or dollars. You just sit in front of your phone or your laptop and join us online on November 21. What's it gonna cost? Well, 450 pesos, but what could it cost if you don't see it? That's the real question. That's really what's at stake here. Could it be your life? Could it be your quality of life, your career? Could it be the choice of being able to retire in style, not because you're 65, but because you can afford to? Really, it's really up to you. So which way you decide, you're absolutely right. And then again, if you just wanna check out the products, wonderful. We now have the option for the exclusive shopper setup that you can check out. So whether it's for health or wealth, or you want to get good with life skills, there is a path for you in what we do. So we're happy to have you tonight, and back to you, Jem.
Thank you so much, Ryan. So we definitely agree that it all starts with our thinking and our change of perspective. So again, we encourage all of our guests, especially our first timers, to do check us out from the inside. Again, 2 dates that are very, very important. Tomorrow, the new ABO orientation for our new ABOs or Amway business owners, or if you haven't registered yet, you can still join that meeting to research more about our business project. And of course, the big event on November 21, which we call the N21 Connect live stream. So please do ask the person who invited you for details on these events and how you can join live and of course through our N21 mobile app. So once again, in just a short while, you will receive a prompt for the breakout sessions. We're gonna go into our breakout sessions. Just click join. If you automatically get disconnected, just log in and of course, we're gonna get you back to our breakout session with your friend who invited you. So once again, my name is Jem, your host. Thank you so much. Good evening and God bless. Stay safe, everyone, and see you in our future CCG events.